YouTube friends, it's Richard, founder of shorttermrentalsecrets.com and Airbnb Superhost. Today's video is 6 things that you can do to earn a 5-star review. So let's just get right into it. Now look, I'm not going to film a video here and tell you the importance of cleanliness and all of that. Like, you know all that. So let's just assume that we're good on the actual physical property. This is talking about hosting. So the very first thing I want to talk about is first impressions. Recognize that you get one opportunity to make a first impression and it's lasting. So if you make a great first impression, you're friendly, you're upbeat, so on, you're going to buy yourself a lot of leeway over the course of their stay should things go wrong or there's a couple of bumps in the road. Contrast that with if you have a bad first impression, you're going to have a chip on their shoulder and you're going to be dealing with this uphill battle the entire time the guest is there. So, since we know that, let's make a great first impression. Point number 2 is to make sure that you set realistic expectations and then you exceed them. And that can be everything from the listing itself has to be fully transparent and then it's actually better when they get there, to the way that you host. You can give them a gift basket or a bottle of wine in the fridge. It doesn't really matter, but we've created other videos that talk about how to delight your guests. That's what you want to do in point number 2. The third thing you want to do is be proactive. And what I mean by that is instead of waiting for the guest to ask for things or to be responsive, which is a really good thing versus not being responsive, is be proactive. Pretend you're the guest and think about things that they might need. So for instance, if the weather calls for rain and you know that they've just traveled from someplace sunny, they may not have umbrellas, it's a really nice thing to say, hey guys, I see that the weather calls for rain. I've put a couple of umbrellas for your use. Please return them when you're done. The fourth one is really easy. Just be yourself and be really friendly. So what I mean by that is when I see my guests, I often will say, hey, it's 10 o'clock. Are you hungry? There's a great place around the corner. Have you been there? Or if I see them at around dinner time, I'll ask, where are you guys going for dinner? And oftentimes they say, oh, we don't really know. We're just going to walk around. And that's a great time to say, you know what kind of food do you feel like? What's your budget? Let me make a recommendation. Whether they go there or not's not the point. The point is they know you care. Point number 5, be as accommodating as possible. Probably the most frequent request I get is, can I check in early or can I check out late? And instead of saying, no, I have a same day turnover and somebody's coming in, and just being really, really sort of matter of fact about it, I found a way to be accommodating. And I say, look, I'd love to let you stay later, but unfortunately I have somebody checking in and the maids need to come. But here's what you can do. Go ahead and put all of your luggage together, put it in the entry foyer, and feel free to come back before the guest checks in at 4 o'clock. And even if that doesn't work, although 90% of the time it does work, they appreciate the fact that I'm listening to them, that I'm empathizing, and I have a solution. And that's all that you really need to get across. And the 6th and final point to getting 5-star reviews is, and you've seen me make videos about this before, so click up here if you haven't seen it, you have to ask for it. If you don't ask for it, you may not receive it. You're leaving things to chance. So I encourage everybody to go ahead and ask, quote unquote, for a 5-star review. You have to earn it, but if you set their expectations and ask for it and tell them it's going to help you grow your business, they're likely to give it to you. So that's it. Simple, really, right? 6 easy steps to getting a 5-star review. If you liked the video, please go ahead and do so. Share it, comments and feedback below. And until then, happy hosting. Oh, haven't subscribed? Subscribe.